Hey everyone, and welcome to the part of our big course devoted to the Swift 4 language basics. My name is Nimish, I'm one of the instructors here at Mammoth, and I'll be guiding you through the language basics as well as through a lot of other topics such as the intro to the UI elements and a lot of the apps and games that we're going to be building together. As such, I just want to extend a personal thanks for signing up for this course. It really means a lot to us that you are supporting us and that you're interested enough to learn about what we have to teach you, because I'm really excited to teach you not just about the language basics, but about app development in general. Also, I think by signing up for this course, you've taken a massive step in the right direction if you want to become an iOS developer or you just generally want to develop iOS apps. Now, we won't be necessarily developing apps in this particular section here because this is just devoted to the language basics of Swift. So this part of the course is really devoted to students who either have no programming experience whatsoever or have some programming experience but have had no exposure or very little exposure to Swift 4. Also, even if you do have some experience with Swift but want to know more about the language itself or how it's changed between iterations, then this particular section is also for you. If you're very comfortable with Swift 4 and you want to move right onto the app development, then feel free to either skip over these sections or watch them very quickly at kind of like 1.5 or 2 times speed and move on to the actual app development process. Otherwise, we're going to be starting at the very beginning with the very basics, okay? These are going to be the 5 major topics we'll be covering in this in our intro to the language basics section. So we'll start off with variables and constants. So not only an intro into the concept of variables and constants, but exploring Swift's 4 specific syntax with some real-world examples. Next, we'll move on to collection types. These are essentially lists, arrays, sets, dictionaries, stuff like that. And then we can explore the topic of control flow. So this can be stuff like if statements, loops, switch statements, etc. that allow branching within the code. After that, our next major topic will be on functions or methods, which are essentially a way to contain various statements or blocks of code and assign them to a name to be called upon and executed when we choose to do so. After that will be our last and final major topic. This is going to be on classes, objects, structs, and enumerations. Now, as Swift 4 is primarily object-oriented, this is going to be a massive topic and a very important but slightly complex one as well. So this is definitely going to be our biggest section. However, by the end of our language basics, so by the end of these 5 sections, you'll know tons, just about all there is to know about the basics of Swift 4 at least, so should be able to actually get into your app development without having a knowledge of the language holding you back. Now, at the beginning of each of these subsections, we'll kind of have the learning goals and the topics list that we'll be covering in each of these. So what topics will we be covering with regards to variables or constants or collection types and so on and so forth. So each of these is divided into their own kind of mini sections which themselves have subsections within them. Again, this is geared towards complete beginners, so if you do find them a little slow, I do encourage you to watch them faster, but I do generally discourage skipping over entire sections as there might be some important syntax or concepts that you miss out on if you completely skip stuff. Okay, I hope you guys are as excited to learn about Swift 4 as I am to teach you, because I had a lot of fun making this course and I'm really looking forward to having you guys learn all about Swift 4. It's a fantastic language, easy to use, very flexible, and as such is perfect for iOS development. Now, I will make a side note that probably not all of the sections devoted to these topics will be released. There'll be kind of advanced topics within each of these subsections that I might release at a later date, depending on whether or not there's actual interest in those topics. However, what is released to you will be all that you need to begin your app development, so that anything you come across shouldn't be totally unfamiliar. Alright, so thanks again for signing up. I really hope you guys enjoy this and have a good time. I'll try to be an enthusiastic and informative instructor throughout. So let's get started by learning about variables and constants in Swift 4.